Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Original by Nell Stevens, read by Kristin, Atherton and Matthew Spencer. A translation issues from the original, not so much from its life, as from its afterlife. And indeed, isn't the afterlife of works of art far easier to recognize than that of living creatures? Walter Benjamin, The Task of the Translator. But lovers, and Kenyon knew it well, project so lifelike a copy of their mistresses out of their own imaginations that it can pull at the heartstrings almost as perceptibly as the genuine original. Nathaniel Hawthorne, The Marble Faun. Prologue. There was a painting my family set on fire. It burned to ashes, and then it came back. It was a portrait of a haggard old lady, though I believe she was in fact only 32 years old, on her knees in a field of mud, holding a blazing torch above her head. Her face was covered in open sores. Her eyes were closed. She had the expression of someone who knew she was dying. Before her on the ground was the mangled corpse of a pheasant. The canvas was very white around the flame, dark everywhere else. The mud, the dying woman's body, the bird. I believe it was one of the ugliest paintings that ever existed. The title of the painting was The Drag, which was written on a little plaque screwed to the bottom of the frame, beside the date, 1747. The event depicted took place, supposedly, in the 13th century. The name of the artist, if it had ever been known, was long since forgotten. There was a single, looping C in the lower right corner, or a shape I imagined might be a C. The woman portrayed was my many times great-grandmother, Hodierna, who was the kind of person who adopted stray kittens and gave her clothes away to vagrants. She invited orphans to dinner and donated great sums to good causes. If nobody had stopped her, she would have given up the family's whole estate, a great house called Inderwick Hall, and 300 hectares of parkland in a boggy corner of Oxfordshire. Her husband, my many times great-grandfather Geoffrey, was a notorious brute who never did a single kind thing in his life. The story goes that Grandmother Hodierna, on her deathbed, saw a wounded pheasant from her window and was so moved by the sight that she begged my grandfather Geoffrey to do something after her death for the afflicted and disadvantaged of the parish.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?